All right, in the studio from the brand new show, Boston Blue, Donnie Wahlberg.
Sonequa Martin Green. It just rolls off your tongue.
There you go.
Welcome.
You.
You're new to the show. Donnie, you're not so new to the show.
No, I'm a real chum.
You're a real chum.
I am
You
a
really
chum.
are. Congratulations on this new show.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We are incredibly excited on so many levels.
Yeah.
David, you know, from your days in Boston, what it means to do a show about Boston, representing Boston, and to carry on the legacy and tradition of Blue Bloods. The opportunity is just, it's surreal.
Right.
It's
14
surreal.
seasons with that show.
14 seasons, and when I thought I'd had enough of playing Danny Reagan, they pulled me back in. They got me. They said, "How about Boston?" And they cast their line. They got the fish on the hook. Pull 'em in.
Donnie, does it feel like a new show to you, or does it feel like just a continuation?
It is very much a new show on so many levels, in ways that even as an actor, as a producer, whatever, I did not anticipate some of the ways that it feels like a new show. So, of course, Danny's going to Boston, which instantly makes him a fish out of water
Yeah.
in enemy territory. But, you know, he's going to be a dad on the police department for the first time. So he's always had relatives in the police department, but never his son. And that's a big turn. And now he's going to Boston, and he's, you know, not only a fish out of water, but he meets a new partner who
Yes, he
helps
does.
him in a critical situation. And they become fast friends and realize they have a lot in common. And despite their differences, despite their different faiths and backgrounds and all these different things, and despite their love for each of their respective cities and hatred for the other, they find this really special connection and build a friendship that invites us into this new world and makes Danny really see something about Boston that I don't think he ever anticipated.
Well, Sonequa, your character is very ensconced in Boston. Mom's the DA.
Absolutely.
Grandfather's the minister.
Yes.
Yeah. Reverend.
Pillar in the community.
Yeah.
Older sister's the superintendent.
Whoa.
Younger brother's a rookie cop. So here we have another law enforcement family. I big up the Brandons. That's what we affectionately call them. Our showrunners, Brandon Margolis and Brandon Saunier. I really big them up because they understood what made Blue Bloods so special, what made it the legacy, the TV legacy that it is. And they said, we're going to continue that. You can't continue Blue Bloods. You can't be any sort of iteration of Blue Bloods without having family, faith, and tradition at the core of your story. And that's what we've done here. There's a brand new family, and hopefully, prayerfully even, people will get to love the Silvers just as they loved the Reagans.
Okay.
And the Silvers are taking in Danny Reagan and his son. And so it's becoming this beautiful melding together, which is gorgeous.
It's
Question
definitely
for
a
you.
new world.
It's a new
Yeah.
world.
But it's a new show. It's its own show, but it has the feels, right? It's family, faith, tradition. Those things carry on.
Yeah.
And some of the Blue Bloods traditions certainly carry on. But it's its own show, but you're going to feel things. Like, I mean, people have watched the first episode and they're literally like crying, like, oh my gosh, this is not what I
wow.
expected. And it has everything that I hoped for. You know, that's the response we're getting.
Donnie,
Yes.
Boston. You work 14 seasons, NYPD, New York. You change your accent. Now you got to go back to Boston and sound like you're not from Boston, but you're from New York. How hard is that? And Sonequa, does he slip into it every once in a while in that Boston accent, or does he hold firm?
I think he holds firm,
Does
y'all.
he?
I think he does pretty good holding firm to New York. New York is there.
Okay.
It's in the throat.
Right,
Yeah, it was a little tough when we were filming in Boston, and it was like, Donnie, I was just with
Donnie
your
from
cousin.
Dorchester.
Donnie.
Donnie.
I know your brother Bob.
It was wonderful.
It was pretty intense.
You're filming in Boston some, but you're also filming here in Toronto.
Most in Toronto.
Wow.
Tell us about
that's
that, because I know you love Toronto and we love you.
Yeah, we both love Toronto. We
Yeah.
both worked here for many
Long
years, and sort of see it as a second home and a sort of a sister city, right? For us, I would say filming in Boston was a dream. It was just a week of just magical moments, filming at Fenway Park and along the Freedom Trail and, you know, in the Boston Common in front of the State House, all these landmarks and everything. And it was also 4 hours lost to work for selfies and reminiscing, like
Sure.
with Sully and Timmy O'Malley.
Yeah.
I was like constantly just being interrupted by having to accommodate people, because that's what it is in Boston,
it's
right?
like
It's like
that.
everybody knows somebody, and
Yeah.
It was beautiful to see.
It was fun.
beautiful to see.
It was fun, but Toronto has been just fantastic. We have a phenomenal crew. We both, as I said, know this city and love working here already. So it wasn't difficult, but our team has done a great job of finding things. There are scenes in the first episode, I don't want to spoil anything, but literally where we're running down the street and it starts in Toronto, and seamlessly we're running through the streets of Boston, and you wouldn't even know.
Really?
It's
true.
we put a lot of time and effort into maximizing what we can do in Boston. And honestly, it was kind of part of, I kind of insisted we have to do something in Boston. You can't completely fake Boston somewhere else. We have to be able to go shoot some stuff there, or why bother? Let's just call it, Texas blue and go somewhere else,
Yeah,
right?
right,
Like, there's pointless you can't, if you're from Boston, you can't really fake Boston. Now, if you try to overdo Boston, you can flounder there too. Like, I know it's my brother's movie, but I didn't like The Departed. The accents were horrible.
You didn't
No,
like
the
it?
accents were horrible. No, it was terrible.
Did
I
you
was
think
like,
they were horrible?
I thought it was
I
fantastic.
thought, why did you not like that? That's one of my favorite movies.
If Jack Nicholson said
What?
that horrible Boston accent one more line, I was gonna get
That
on
is
the
true.
elevator and have Mark shoot me. Enough already. It was tough for me. I don't know. Boston. We rather just have you not try the accent than do it wrong.
All right, what about The Town?
I love The Town. One of my
that worked,
favorite
right?
movies
That was a good
of
movie.
all
That
was
time.
phenomenal.
And you
One
were
of my
okay with
favorite
everything
movies.
there, yeah? Everything was okay
I
there.
love that movie. I honestly, it's man, that was a good movie.
That was a great
Yeah.
movie.
That was a good movie.
I agree.
I'm going to name a few names, Donnie. I want you
Okay.
to tell me the first word that comes to
that's
mind
good.
when I say these names. Jonathan Knight.
My heart pitter patters. That's my answer.
Okay. Joey McIntyre.
My brother.
Marilyn Denis.
I got a word. I want you to not be startled by this word, poutine. Because we did some poutine stuff at the Wahlburgers.
We did.
Oh, yeah?
We did.
And my
we
brother
did.
Paul tried to make it too fancy. He made fancy, he's chefy. He can't just
That's right.
just cheese curds, gravy, fries. Dude, what are you complicating this? He started putting paprika and parsley. So I changed it to poutine.
Okay.
I always remember that scene in Wahlburgers when Marilyn was so gracious to do that show with us.
Any more names?
Danny Wood. I know you
Danny
guys are
Wood.
very close.
BFF. Me and Danny used to share bathwater, not at the same time.
Okay, why?
Well, I used to stay over his house on school nights, and his house was cold, so they didn't have a shower, so you have to take a bath. So he would get up and he'd say, "I'm going in the bath," and then you go in when I'm done. So he'd come back in the room and go, "All right, I'm done," and then I'd go in the bath and be all cold and dirty. But they couldn't refill the tub. That's what it was like.
I'm
You grow up poor,
watching-
you can't fill the tub more than once.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
watching
I remember
Sonequa.
that too.
Do
Me
you
and my
remember?
sister used to share the bath water.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sonequa,
wow.
I was looking up what you've done, and you were thinking about studying psychology way back in the day, right?
Deep cut.
That's a deep cut, and you went
Yes.
in to university and got really caught up in drama. But the psychology comes in handy, doesn't it?
It does, because I've just always been fascinated with human behavior.
Yeah.
It just fascinates me why we do what we do. Why do we do what we do? And so, yes, I thought I'd be a psychologist. But you're right. Being an actor, being a storyteller in general is very much about psychology. It's very much digging into the why, digging into all the whys, right? So yeah, it was pretty late in the game though. I think I was 16 or 17 when I still thought I was going to be a psychologist, and then all of a sudden I'm at the University of Alabama getting a theater degree.
There
She
you
still
go.
uses it though. She's like, so we'll have like a director, and they'll do some weird approach to like telling us what to do in the scene, and she's like, rather than get annoyed by this, I'm gonna learn the why. I'm gonna get to know this person and figure out what's making them do this, and then I'll understand, and then I won't have a problem with it.
Yeah, then I can love. I can love better
Right,
if I
exactly.
understand.
Never goes away. It never goes away.
Donnie, how long have we known each other? Do you remember?
40,
When you used to take a
41
bath with him?
years.
No, we never took a bath. Long time.
40
I am-
something years.
We met in probably like 88.
Maybe earlier.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe earlier,
that's a
because I
long
know in
time,
'86 our first song ever was called Our first single ever was called "Be My Girl," and it made it onto Kiss 108 on I forget what they called
Battle
the
of the
battle,
Hits or something like that.
something like that. And
Yeah.
we were number one for the first 5 days in a row.
So you remember
won.
all that?
We won, yeah, because we beat Run DMC one of the days. I was like, some Wahlbergs and stuff in the ballot box. There's no way we beat
Or maybe the
Run DMC.
DJ at the time helped you out a little bit there. That
I
was
think
me.
you were doing the show. I think that was you who did the countdown.
Yeah,
well, the battle.
That's
It was
how long we've known each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, 86 then.
86.
Wait, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
With your music history and DJing and everything, you dance too?
No, God, no.
No?
Dance?
He makes us dance.
No, yeah, I never dance. That's why I couldn't be in the group, because I couldn't dance.
I understand.
Although I am the what? Six.
The sixth new kid.
Thank you.
You
Sure. I just wanted him to say it. I don't.
Well, congratulations on this new show called, I was going to say song, but it's not. It's Boston Blue.
It could be a song.
It could be a song. And it's so good to have you back in Toronto. You know, last year we saw you with New Kids, in concert. And before you and I kind of departed, we were together. And I said, hey, make sure you drop by the show sometime. You go, I will, but I can't tell you why. Now we know the why. Now we know the why.
We're living in the why.
Now we know. Donnie Wahlberg and Sonequa Martin Green, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Don't be a stranger, because now we know you film here, right, David?
Yeah, you got to come in like every week if you guys.
Absolutely. We would love to.
See, tell them how to hang
I-
out in Boston.
Yo, Donnie, what's happening, man? Let's go get some coffee.
Sonny, I could walk here in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm living
All right,
really
done.
close.
Thank
Don't
you so much
stalk
for
me,
having
anyone.
us.
Don't stalk me, but I live close.
So nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you too, both of you. Y'all are wonderful.